doing the Bossman Show with Coach Chris Jans, coaching the Mexico State Aggies. What is out of the WAC? Coach, how you doing, man? Doing good things up there in Mexico, man. I see you 3 and 5 years, man. The big dance.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good. You know, you wake up today knowing you're going to be playing in the best show on earth, man. March Madness, NCAA tournament, there's nothing like it. Everyone in the country that's a sports fan obviously clues in now, not just the industry people, but everybody. And it's just a great experience. You're making lifetime memories for every person involved in your program. And certainly you hope that, you know, come tip time, you put your best foot forward. But like you mentioned, it feels like it's been a while, but in reality, you know, our first 2 years, we won it. We made the tournament, got beat in the first round by Clemson and Auburn. And then the third year, we had won 19 in a row, and we're 16-0 in the WAC, and felt really good about winning the conference tournament. And, you know, COVID happened and everything was canceled. And then last year, we had a rough year with COVID and relocation and not playing any home games. And we made it to the finals, but didn't make the tournament last year. So it's been a couple of years, but, you know, we've only missed one NCAA tournament since we've been here. So certainly as a program, we feel good about that as well.
Yeah, it's your fourth 25-plus win season in 5 years. Not discounting last year. So you came in there, set yourself a good culture, player-led environment. And I'm looking what I watched the game on TV late here in Atlanta on Saturday night, man. But I was enjoying the show, man. But I saw your guys, man. They're all together. They're fighting like crazy, man. What about the group you have? The coach you got there in 17 there.
Yeah, we got a veteran group. You know, that's kind of the cliche now, right? Try to stay old, especially in the portal, and everybody bouncing around a little bit. And with my background in junior college and even at Wichita State, you know, that we were already doing that, you know, bigger classes, not having kids as long, and trying to stay old in case you play, you know, one of those blue bloods or, you know, high major teams that has the bigger name 5-star recruits, but they're younger. And so I think, in my opinion, it gives you a better chance to be competitive if you're given the opportunity to play schools like that, especially in the NCAA tournament. But, you know, this year, the team we're going to play, UConn, obviously is really, really old as well. So they're in the same boat that way. But we like our guys. We've gotten bigger this past year. That was something as a staff that we've tried to do, is get a little bit bigger, especially out front in the guard court. We've always had the smaller guards that were real fast and quick, but sometimes would give us problems in matching up with the bigger teams out front. And, you know, we feel good about them. You know, we feel good about them. We've had some good wins this year. Obviously, you know, everybody's real confident heading into the tournament. You're there for a reason. You know, everybody's good in this thing. You've proven you belong with the body of work, or, you know, you're a champion in a tournament format already. And so there's no teams that don't feel like they have a chance to win in the NCAA tournament. And I think that's why there's so many upsets every year.
And watching the game Saturday night, Coach, this man, Henry Clayton stepped up big time for you with Teddy in foul trouble. Offensively, Henry stepped up big. You talk about that young man's development, what he means to your program.
You know, I couldn't be happier for anybody in our team. He's a great kid, wonderful human being, one of those guys, and we had a handful of them that had been here a while and was contemplating, you know, looking at another program. And we let all our guys take their time and had conversations about it. I wanted them to feel good about the decision they made. And Clayton was on the fence for a while. You know, he had 3 surgeries up at that point since he arrived. Now he's had 4. He got hurt again this year. So he's had 4 major surgeries that required extensive rehab, extensive time away. And if anyone deserved to have a big moment like that on that stage, it's Clayton Henry. You know, he's one of our best defenders. He's reliable. He's a hard worker. He's an everyday guy, and maybe didn't have quite the year he wanted to heading into the season, but I don't think he expected to be hurt again. And now for him to have this moment and step up, like you said, Abilene Christian decided that, you know, hey, we're going to get the ball out of Teddy's hands. We're going to trap him, and we're going to make other people beat us. And I thought Clayton, along with Marion McKinney, really stepped up, you know, once they decided to do that to us on Saturday night.
And Teddy, tournament MVP, WAC Player of the Year, got in foul trouble, but, you know, he stayed with it. And when he turned right on the court before he fouled out, all the attention came back to him. And then, you know, they couldn't really junk up the game because of what you all had. And also, so Jabari Rice as well. I'm going to get him next as well. But, I mean, talk about Teddy Allen, man. What a great kid, man. But I like what I saw. He stayed with it. He used the foul trouble for his night, but he stayed engaged the whole entire night, Coach.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for him and for us. Certainly that's something we try to stay away from, of him being in foul trouble. And for the first 20 some games, it didn't happen, maybe once. And then recently we've had a couple games where he's got himself in some foul situations, and we've had to manage it, and hasn't been ideal. We've been probably fortunate that he hasn't had more games that way with the volume guy he is and how many minutes he plays. So it was, wasn't great, but like you said, other guys stepped up, but Teddy's been terrific for us all year long. He came in with the right approach, the right attitude in June. He immersed himself in our culture, our standard. He did a great job of developing relationships with the guys that have been around here, like the Jabari Rices and the Clayton Henrys and the Johnny McCants that, had established themselves inside our program. And he's really smart about, not coming in trying to, be the big talker or leading anybody. He just kind of immersed himself and followed along. And I think he's, from what people have told me in his circle, he's as happy as he's ever been and really feels good about his experience here thus far. And he's been in the NCAA tournament. He's won games in the NCAA tournament. He's played against high level guys. And we've had other guys in our program that have played in these type of environments as well. And one of my favorite sayings is you can't teach experience. And we're going to have guys that have been there, done that. And I think hopefully that'll be something we can lean on and educate the other guys that haven't been there, done that, because it's different. The lights are brighter, the platform's higher, the exposure's at all time. And anyone that tells you it's just another game is not telling you the truth, because it's different. And we've got to make sure our guys get comfortable and understand what they're walking into. So, we don't spend the first 10 minutes of the game, starry-eyed and not playing, Aggie basketball. And we're going to work on that leading up to the game.
And Coach, I saw Jabari Rice with the Greek squad out there. Coach drawing up plays. I'm like, okay, he can't draw up plays, man. Tell me about that young man. His basketball IQ on your own, and how you and him go back and forth watching the film and drawing up plays as well with the assistant coaches as well, man.
Hey, listen, I've been doing this long enough, and I'm not the smartest guy in my program. I try to hire people and sign kids that are smarter than me, and it's not that hard to do, to be honest with you, most of the time. But the older I've gotten, the more, hey, they're out there. You know what I mean? Like, I had Fred Van Vliet at Wichita State as an assistant, and man, I asked him almost, every time off the floor during a meeting, hey man, what do you think? What do we need to run? Et cetera, because he had a great IQ, obviously. And Jabari's the same way. Like, he's been in our system for a long time. He's been here 5 years. He's been with me from the jump, and he's out there. And he actually was trying to explain something. There's a lot going on. I'm like, hey, show them. Okay, show them what you're talking about, and maybe, we can get it into the game. He was trying to draw up something that he thought would work. And so I think a lot of people caught that. And I think that's great. I think it shows his care level. I think it shows the respect that we have for him and his knowledge of the game and our system. And he's such a competitor. I mean, he's just a warrior. He leaves it on the floor every night. He's arguably our best perimeter defender. He's had to play out of position for us a lot this year. He's a natural two guard. He's had to play the point a lot because of some injury situations and some other guys just not quite being up to speed right away. And, lately he's been playing off the ball a little bit more, which is better for us with the emergence of Mario McKinney and then Nate Pryor getting healthier. So we'll see how it unfolds on Thursday. But it's just nice knowing, you got a guy out there that gets it, and he's a leader, and he plays so darn hard, and he's so competitive. And he's going to help get everyone else ready by Thursday.
Two more for you, Coach. Johnny McCants reminds me of me, Coach. I played ball. When I chose football, but when I played basketball, I was a junkyard dog type, the toughest kind of a guy. And see him take those charges, dive on the loose balls, 50 balls, put in the stat sheet there. Talk about Johnny McCants, man. I really enjoyed watching him Saturday night, man, and how he approached the game.
You must have been a coach's dream then, because Johnny McCants is fun to coach. He is all about the right stuff. I'm telling you, he's arguably our most valuable player. He doesn't get quite the admiration, if you will, from other people. But in our league, like the coaches, they're all like in unison. Coach, man, I love Johnny McCants. I'm like, oh, what you see is you're right on. I mean, he's about it. He's every day. He's got the right approach. He just doesn't take days off. He's super focused. He's trying to, and he's doing it with joy. I mean, he's happy and he's enjoying his final ride. He's trying to get the most out of it. He's soaking it up, and he's been awesome this year. And I think he'd be the first to tell you that it's been a maturation process for him. You know, when he was younger, he didn't quite understand how hard he had to work, and his approach wasn't what it is now. And I'm just glad that he finally got there. And now he just does everything for us. He does a little bit of everything for us. He kind of plays a little point forward for us at times and get the ball in the middle of the floor and let him make decisions. He's obviously a great athlete. He's not shooting the ball as well as he has in the past, but we know he's capable of going on some runs that way. And they just, he's so smart. I mean, him and Jabari out there, they just understand the game and the scout and what we're trying to do. And it's very comforting, when you got guys on the floor like that.
That's one for you, Coach. The WAC, man. Overall, it really improved this year. But you got a 12 seed out of it, which shows the depth of your league. Talk about adding the new schools you had this year and how tough top to bottom was your league was, and as good as it helped you out your seed as well.
Absolutely. We said going into the season, people asked a lot about what you thought, how different it was going to be. And I'm like, it's going to be a new challenge. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for all the league members to get more exposure. More eyeballs were on us because of the realignment and the addition of the Texas schools. And I just felt like it was going to be, like I said, a new challenge, new program, new coaches, new players, new venues. In 5 years, I'm like, this is going to be good. This is going to be good for all of us. And that's what's happened. I mean, you said it. I mean, 12 seed, all the prognosticators kind of had us more as a 13, 14. I don't spend a lot of time looking at that because it doesn't matter. The people in the room are the only ones that, get to really say. I mean, all that's fun for the fans. But with our net, et cetera, I thought maybe we would drop, down to that level. So I was pleasantly surprised when we got to 12. And I think it speaks volumes for the respect that our program has garnered. And like you said, the WAC improvement, I think as a league per KenPom, we're 14th maybe. And that's top half. There's 31 leagues. And I think it's going to get better. We're going to have some additions again next year. We have, a team leaving the WAC. And I think the overall strength of the league is going to continue to get better. And I think there'll be a pathway, for it to be a multi-team league, multi-bid league down the road.
No doubt. Coach James, thank you for your time. They've been on yours for years, man. Hope to do this game with you real soon. Good luck to you Thursday, man, against UConn, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Enjoy your madness.
I sure will. Thank you, Coach. You be safe, man.
All right.
See you.
You too. Yep.